Yes, it is time. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you in. Episode number 123. 1, 2, 3 of Three Guys Before the Game. Today's program with our special returning co-host, Nathan Adrian. Man, a lot to talk about with him. Is being brought to us in part by Donate Life West Virginia, who encourages you to help save lives by becoming a donor. Easy to do. Just go to donatelifewv.org. Sign up today. That's donatelifewv.org. Also brought to us by Comax Business Systems, your full-service Konica Minolta dealer. If you think you're paying too much for monthly ink and copier supplies, well, you probably are. Reach out to Comax to discuss their managed print systems. Probably going to save you big dollars. Go to Comax Business Systems at comaxwv.com. And by the folks at Wheeling Island Hotel Casino, and by Mardi Gras Casino in Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Specials coming up there. We'll talk about it during the podcast. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome back to the show, after he adjusts his microphone to put it in proper position. There, good.
He hadn't been here a while. Forgot how to do it.
Forgot it. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, probably in large part by popular demand, I'd have to say, Nathan Adrian. But it's a new look. Nathan Adrian since the last time we saw him. New look.
It is?
Well, yeah.
Why, did he have a beard?
No.
I thought he had a hat on backwards last time I saw him.
Oh, he was carrying around something extra the last time he was on. He was carrying something that wasn't a beard. So, he's gotten rid of that.
Why does he have to take a shot at you right when we start?
Know, right?
What do you mean?
We're
You
like
think
30 seconds in.
You think that was a shot?
Little winter weight, and now I get in trouble.
I mean, winter weight. I mean, yeah, winter weight, but it did not need to be a bag of limestone chips that you were carrying around with you. Winter weight. I said popular demand. We did a survey recently that a bunch of people responded to, and for some unknown reason, they said, we like when Nate's on. So I said, well, heck, he's just not a man of winter.
We're here to give the people what they want.
We give people what they want. People ask for things, and we give them what they want. So how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
You look good. You're in shape.
Hey, I'm working on it.
So
Trying to be.
So here's what's happening. We had Nate on during the basketball season, and your honesty and your truthfulness about what was going on that basketball team was very much appreciated, not only by the two of us, but by fans out there. They said he was telling it like it is. We like to hear what's like it is. So we've brought you on here today to do a couple of different things. Give us some insight. You've been around the building. You've gotten back in shape. I mean, basically thoroughbred-like shape, I'd have to say at this point. You're going to be a member of the TBT team, Best Virginia. So you guys are working out. We want insight into that. You played in the alumni game this past weekend. I don't know if I'm going to ask you about the 29 points you hit at the Morgantown High alumni game, which suddenly, Senator, became a huge story.
He wanted to lead with that. Nathan.
Yeah, we can talk. We can talk about that as well, and just kind of get a general update. And now these guys that you're running, like after you tape this today, you're running over to the building, and you're going to go open gym with the newcomers. So you've been seeing those guys running around.
A little bit. I haven't been able to get over there too much, but
yeah,
I get to go practice with them today, so I'll know more if you want to have me back again.
You and Oscar head to head, huh?
Well, we'll see what he can do.
Give him a couple good shots.
I need to know, we've seen him play. We've
seen Nathan or Oscar?
Both.
Oh, okay.
But I need Nate to disclose how tall Oscar is. Because remember, he was on the Sags Kanate. He called Kanate at 6'3" early on in the process. So I trust his measurements.
I think you You misspoke there. It wasn't 6'3".
Oh, what'd he say?
You said 6'3". I think what was he, 6'6"?
6'6".
He did say that.
He did say 6'6". You were way out when people were thinking he was 6'9".
Yeah.
He was actually 6'6".
So I want that's the first report back. I'd like to know Oscar's true size.
Have you seen him? Have you seen him?
Yeah.
What's your early call? What's your early call on what he is?
6'8.5".
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, good.
Yeah, I think so.
High motor.
I think so.
Very high motor. Excited to be around him, run after a ball.
I love it.
I think I might go over today.
Good.
I'm going to go over and watch. I'm going to go now. When I come back, I'm not going to say, "Oh, it's going to be great." I'm just
He's sworn
No
off
early
saying
calls.
and making
No
predictions. You
early
shouldn't even go,
calls
why do you
anymore.
go watch? You shouldn't do anything. You should just show up the first game. You shouldn't even talk to Huggins until the first game. Just walk in about 10 minutes before tip-off, assume your position, call the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to talk about it and project and prognosticate, we don't need you over there watching now.
What do you think of this line, Nathan? I got this from Josh Eilert, a big member of the basketball staff over there. He just said he just takes a very cautious approach, and all he'll say when people say this kid's going to do this kid's going to score this kid's going to be, all he says is, we'll have to see how his game translates.
It's truth.
There you go.
They don't all translate.
They all don't translate.
They definitely do not. That's great. That's what they should say. That's not what we say.
Oh.
I'm going to get in there. That's a fun show. Get on here every night. I don't know.
We'll see.
Don't know. We'll see.
Lost in
We'll see
translation.
in a second. Guess what? What do you think about it? I don't know. We'll see when the games start.
We'll see how it translates. Yeah, we'll see how it translates. Okay, so bring us up to speed with what you're into here. So how much did you weigh in the middle of the winter?
265.
Come on, seriously.
I was.
No, seriously.
Really, I never got past that.
You
I
think
weighed
you maxed
myself.
out at 265?
That I saw.
So what are you right now?
250-ish, 255-ish,
What did you end your WVU career playing at?
225-ish.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You not look that much bigger than you did when you were done playing.
Now, see, when you wear a shirt, it covers your stomach, and it's good.
So where would you like to play at?
240.
Can you get what is it? It's July 9th.
I'm not losing 15 pounds in 3 weeks.
Yeah, okay. So
You
all
do
right.
what you can.
Walk us through this best Virginia team. We had Kevin Jones and we had John Flowers on recently on the show and trying to get their take on it. I think it's extremely intriguing to watch this thing, to see the Final Four guys mixed up with some Press Virginia guys and see how the whole thing plays out. Why did you want to get involved with them?
I mean, anytime I can represent the state, then I'm going to do it. John asked me to do it, and of course I was going to. I've always wanted to play with some of these guys, so it's going to be a good opportunity for that. I think we have a lot of talent, but a lot of talent needs to mix well together, so we'll see.
Ooh.
We got to get these practice and these exhibition games will be good for us, so hopefully we can find a way to play together and gel, and then I think we'll be real good.
How about minutes distribution? How's everybody been so far? It seems like you've got a good mix of guys that seem, at least right now, you're not in the heat of the moment of the game, but everybody seems, we had Kevin in here and he said what? He said, my goal is to get 20 rebounds. If I hit a couple shots, I hit a couple shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get rebounds. Has that kind of been everybody's approach so far?
Yeah, pretty much. I think everybody's on the same page and nobody can be selfish. Nobody can have a big ego going into this. So I think as long as everybody plays together and everybody comes out when you're tired, get your rest because you're playing back-to-back days. So you really need to keep your legs.
You said that there were some guys from the Final Four team that you had watched play, and you were still in high school then, so you were totally, into the thing and watching those guys. Like, who do you want to play with from that older group of guys?
I love playing with Deshaun. He just knows how to play the game right, and he always helps me and makes me better. So I enjoy playing with him. I work out with him almost every day, and we get along, so I'm excited to play with him.
So you say he knows how to play the game. That's code there, Senator. Did you pick that up? That's basketball code.
Code for what?
No, that's huge code. Don't you think it's huge code? As a scout in the NBA, when you say that's basketball, basketball
knows
code.
how to play the game. Yeah.
Which
means he does the right things, right? He's in the right spot, probably passes the ball when he needs to pass the ball. He probably gets out of the way when he needs to get out of the way, and he takes a shot when he needs the shot. Fair?
Fair.
Which means there are other players that don't.
Well, sure.
Well, obviously, there's always some.
So Deshaun knows how to play the game. You would consider yourself a guy that knows how to play the game.
I'd like to hope so.
I think so too.
High IQ.
High IQ guys.
High IQ. That'd be on the chart when you're filling out strengths for Adrian. It'd be high IQ guy.
So you wanted to play with Deshaun. What about the absolute most intriguing guy on the team, Joe Alexander? Huh?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm excited to play with him as well. I mean, he's just a different kind of force.
He's a different dude.
Yeah, that's I'm excited. He's more physical than anyone I've ever played with, so I think it'll be interesting.
Wait a
Give him
second.
the ball and get out of the way.
Physically
as well.
gifted
30
or
seconds, yeah.
physical like bangs?
Both.
He'll bang
Both.
you.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you hear what he said, Senator? You heard what he said?
Than anybody I've ever played with?
That anybody I've ever played with.
Coming from him, that's a big statement.
I mean, you're a John Deere combine going through the field, and so this guy is.
He'll hit you.
How's he hit you?
Huh?
How does
In the
he?
post,
Did you guys
on the
watch the
break,
alumni game?
both.
No, we didn't see it.
So you
We
didn't,
didn't have
you
enough
didn't
money.
catch him and Kev banging each other at the end.
I
Oh,
heard
we
about
heard
this,
about
but I
it.
didn't see footage
heard-
of this.
we heard that there
I
was-
heard it got heated.
Yeah, a little bit.
Huh?
It was good.
What do you
I
mean it
wouldn't
was
say it got
good?
heated. I don't think they were mad at each other.
No, but like heated competition-wise. Like
Oh,
both
yeah.
guys were like, all right,
We
we're
wanted-
going now.
Everybody wanted to win at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got good.
So were they banging each other? Did it just start as a post-up move?
Yeah.
And that's how it
just
started?
Joe got on the block and just banged into him. Kev resisted. Wasn't any big deal. It was normal basketball, but high school refs called fouls. Rick Hill.
Oh, was Rick Hill reffing?
Yep, it was there.
Come on, Rick. People are there to watch the bang. So what's Joe use mostly? Backside or back? Is he some guy like is he sticking his butt back or is he throwing his back?
He's a back.
He's a back guy.
Back.
His
And
back's
then
huge.
and then
Coming into your chest.
And then a spin move.
Spin, fade. He gets you back on your heels, and he extremely good elevating, shoot that mid range, which he's always been good at.
Crazy good. That spin and jump shot, turnaround J is just stupid. Just you can't stop it.
But then
He
if he
bumps
catches you leaning forward, then he's by you to the rim.
Yeah, he knows how to play. He knows how to use his body.
Yeah.
See, each of those guys that we've talked to, as you go through this roster, everybody that comes in, and this is, I guess, not unexpected. They've been playing professionally. They talk about how much better they are than even when they left here, even the Kevin Jones of the world, how much better basketball players they are. I would assume you see that when you're banging. I mean, you knew they were good already, but the skills have kind of expanded. Devin Williams now stepping out, hitting shots. Joe's expanded that post game. That jump right away, all these guys just better than they were even when you watched them back in the day?
Yeah, absolutely. Once you get out of college, that's all your responsibilities are. You don't have class. You don't have anything else to go to. Your job is to wake up and work out all day and then do it again the next day. So obviously you're going to get better, and they're playing against better people every year. So it is. It's impressive how much better most of them have gotten. Devin obviously shooting the ball extremely well, and it's just how it goes.
Is that the biggest change from those guys? I mean, Joe Alexander had some of that post game. It wasn't his primary move. Is Devin tweaking his game to become a guy that can hit an outside shot the biggest leap forward in terms of skill set?
Yeah, I think so. But I think Dev knew that he needed to learn that. And his last couple of years, he was making 15, 18 footers pretty consistently. And once you can do that, you just need to keep extending it back and back. And I mean, even Kevin, he shot the three well when he was in school now, but he never freaking misses now.
I know.
Yeah.
I was over there last week, and ball goes out in the deep corner, and you go like, yeah, there's a little bit of a difference, right? That's pro game.
And that's not like pro, that's NBA.
That's
right?
NBA.
That's always what we say. That's one of the biggest difference. Never mind the athleticism. It's the you're open, you better bang the shot.
Yeah. If you're open, you don't miss.
You don't miss. Hit it.
You know, in all of our lives, we can do things at various times to help people out. But here is the absolute ultimate way that you can help someone out. And I'd like you to listen really carefully to this and think about this. Consider it, because this is huge. And it's from the folks at DonateLifeWV.org. DonateLifeWV.org. Right now, in this country, there are more than 90,000 people waiting for a kidney donation. 90,000 people. So think about that. The Mountaineer Field holds about, 60 plus? And you would fill Mountaineer Field plus a field and a half, double and a half of Mountaineer Field. 90,000 people across the country waiting on a kidney donation, and you can help and just become a donor. And that time comes, and you can give life to someone. So just go to DonateLifeWV.org and register today, DonateLifeWV.org. You know, Nathan, I know that you've had a family situation involving a transplant, and it's literally saved your dad's life.
Yep.
And so someone saved a life that way, so check it out, DonateLifeWV.org. Tell me about Devin, Devin Williams we're talking about, besides improving his jump shot. Personality-wise, different, a little bouncier?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, getting
He's
older.
Definitely got more comfortable speaking.
Yeah.
You know, he opened his mouth a couple times during practice yesterday, which I like to see. So it's
Like
definitely
talking
good.
trash opened his mouth?
No. Helpful.
Oh, okay.
Deciphering
I
what we're
want him
going to
talking.
do and stuff like that.
I got an inside source over there. They told me that Joe Alexander kind of took some initiative in that practice. Your first practice was yesterday of this TBT deal. So Coach Alexander, so he got out there.
Coach player Alexander. No, he did. He did. And somebody needed to. Obviously, somebody's got to step up, do that. And if it's going to be Joe, then it's going to be Joe. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You know who's an underrated guy on this roster?
Give it to me.
Jawan Staten.
Well,
Staten's been playing professional basketball for a long time. He was lights out here. Remember how hard he was to stop when he wanted to get to the basket? Break down Staten. Is he as fast as he was here? Because that's one of the things that's hard to hold as you get older. Quickness, speed. Can he shoot it? What's Staten's game like right now?
He's definitely as fast. I thought he looked really good during the alumni game. Again, that's tough to judge off, but he's still bouncy and still fast. So
yeah, and twitchy. Side can move, yeah.
So is that mid-range pull-up that he never misses. So it's definitely he's good.
You know, another thing about these rosters in this thing is they're a little bit flexible, right? So you were out practicing yesterday. I saw a team picture after practice. Coach Huggins came over and took a picture with his guys. But I saw Elijah Macon. So he's like on the alternate list, right? So he has to wear like an A on his jersey, like he's an alternate, may or may not play, like he'll just dress, right? And then the other, I don't know if you know this or not, Senator, Tariq Phillip. That's a possibility. Now, we're watching him during the show the other night. He's in the summer league, and had 4 assists, no turnovers in his Monday game, scored 4 points, and is doing well. So he still could join your team. I think the point guard spot's huge for your team.
Absolutely. I mean, if Tariq is able to play with us, that's a huge get. There's nobody more competitive than him, and he's a solid point guard. If he's not turning the ball over, then he's probably better than anyone I can think of.
Plus, just mentally, I would think in a situation like this, you got a big stack of money sitting over in the corner that you can see that you're playing for. He seems like a guy you would want.
Oh, he's 100%.
I mean, I watched him the other night, as you know, scouting these NBA games as I do here at the Summer League.
Yeah.
It was the same old. I mean, I chuckled. It was a span of 3 possessions, 4 possessions. He hits a 3 from the wing and immediately looks at the bench and starts yapping. In a Summer League game, yaps at the bench. Goes the other way, comes back down, couple more possessions, throws one of those patented alley-oop passes, just cuts down the lane, lobs it up for the dunk, screams into the crowd. I just think from him, set the basketball skills aside for a second, just that attitude you'd like to bring into a tournament setting like this, if possible. Now, again, Tony, if he's going to make the Washington Wizards roster, I don't know that he can go play down here in Richmond, but he'd be a great guy to have, obviously.
Absolutely. Me and James Long always kind of joked or talked about how if we would have gotten past Gonzaga and made it to the Final Four, then there's no way we're losing, because you get some of those guys in front of 80,000 people, they turn it up to a different level, and that's just how they were. That's how they were wired. So Tariq's definitely one of them.
All right. So you're running up and down the floor. Here's just Senator and I are going to have a conversation here. You can get involved if you know it. Senator, here's my concern on this team.
Yeah.
So we got Joe Alexander, some player coach.
Yeah.
Right. Dave Tallman, Morgantown High coach, he's involved.
Sure.
Jared West is involved.
Sure.
Here, Billy Hahn's name involved as
From
well.
Coaching perspective.
Coaching
all
perspective.
3 of those, yeah.
John Flowers is like general manager, player coach. Here's what I'm thinking, man.
Who's calling the shots?
Too many people in the kitchen. Too many chefs. And I think we got issues. Someone better lay the hammer down. You can't win. You got to have a coach.
Yeah, I talked about that with John a little bit. I think that these exhibition games will be good for weeding some of that up. I explained to him that, I mean, didn't explain to him. He understands, but there needs to be a hierarchy of who's going to be making the final decisions, because at some point there needs to be a voice in the chaos when things are going on. Somebody's got to be the guy that presents what's going to happen when that time comes. Everybody can be involved in making a decision, but somebody's got to make the decision on their own.
So where's that pop up first? Is it an inbounds play? Is it switching defenses? Is it substitution patterns? Is it the simply last shot of the game? Who's drawing the play up? Where's that pop up first?
I think it's mid-game decisions, making adjustments, stuff like that, substitutions, obviously. So I think that's what these exhibition games are going to be really, really good for, is figuring out the flow of how we're going to play and who's going to play when and what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's huge. You got to have one voice.
But you think one coach has to say it. You think guys aren't going to, when you get into the heat of the moment with the money on the line, it's going to be harder to sub in and out or to come up off the bench and check yourself in, then that's where you start to get some conflict. You think you need a guy saying, Adrian, in, go get Devin.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, I don't think we'll have to worry about anybody trying to go get their own or try to get their own minutes. So I don't think that'll be a big deal. I don't know, though. We'll see.
Here's where I think your issue is going to be. I agree with you. I don't think points-wise or shots-wise, I don't think I'm going to go up there and just start pumping up shots. Here's where I think it is. You've got so many guys now that have been playing a lot of basketball professionally overseas, right? So they've been involved with a lot of different scenarios, offensive schemes, defensive schemes. They've tried different things, right? Here's where I think you could get an issue. So you're out there playing, and perhaps things aren't going well. And someone thinks, man, we should be going 1-3-1. And a couple other guys think, no, we should be playing man at this point. and you don't have uniformity, that's where I think you got to have a voice that goes like, here we go, boys. This is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. That's what we're doing. I think that could lead to friction.
Yeah, and for the most part with this kind of tournament, you need to make things as simple as possible. For the majority of the game, you need to have one thing you're going to do on defense. You need to have a couple set plays and then just a continuous motion kind of offense. But, yeah, you're right. Somebody's got to be the guy that tells us what we're going to do after a timeout, maybe if we're going to go trap a ball screen or down it or drag it out. Somebody's got to make that decision. But for the most part during the game, I think that we need to have one or two different things that we're doing and just stick to that so everybody's on the same page.
What, after running up and down with these guys, what do you think this team looks like as far as style of play goes? I know it's a shot clock. You got a shot clock situation. So what do you think this team is when people watch you guys play? What will it look like?
I mean, we're big. We're pretty big across the board. It's pretty similar to the Final Four team. A lot of guys 6'7" and 6'9", a couple point guards, but I think we can switch most ball screens. Outside of maybe on the point guard, we can't switch those. So we'll see. I don't know. It's hard to tell after just one practice.
What's offensively? Spread it and let guys try and work one-on-one first option?
Spread it out, pass it, keep it moving. Try to get the ball inside of Devin or Joe or KJ, basically. Work around them, I think, would be a good bet.
What's in your mindset is how you're going to play? What are you going to try
Me?
to do? Yeah, when you walk out on the floor, what are you going to try to do?
What I've always done, distribute the ball, go get rebounds, play as hard as I can, and if you make a couple shots, you make a couple shots.
Now, this will be your first real action. This will be your first televised action.
In 2.5 years?
In 2.5 years. So the last time you played, you had one arm.
Uh-huh.
You were the one-armed Willie out there, like with your shoulder, the whole rotator cuff thing. So you were playing in the NCAA tournament with one, like this, kind of running around with the one eye. So this is it, man. I mean, people around the country are going to go like, "Oh yeah, I remember him. Man, I hated that. Man, I hated that kid."
It'll take a minute, though,
Yeah,
because he
it'll
doesn't have
take
the
a minute.
hair. Remember the hair?
Oh yeah.
You know that you talk about his looks changed since we've seen him last. Since the nation has seen him last, it's a totally different dude.
Like all the Big 12 people that are going to be watching.
Yeah,
like,
he's that guy.
I remember. I hated that guy. Remember, he always used to throw, bang into people, throw elbows. Yeah, that's what they would say, right? He was our guy. He was America. He was everything we stood for. This is going to be good. I can't wait. You guys better
I'm
not.
excited. I think it'll be fun.
You guys better not chuck this up. That's all I'm saying. Like the first thing you said was you're playing for the state of West Virginia, right? You're playing for people in West Virginia.
I
better.
think everybody knows.
You guys better not go down there on that Friday afternoon and blow this thing, because people are already looking and they're fired up and they're making trips and people are planning to get down there to Richmond. You guys better not gack it up.
No, I hope people do make the trip too.
They are. I mean, I think the place will be rocking West Virginia fans. Seriously. Right?
When is it not?
Right.
When is it not? Wherever you go, yeah, I would bet it's going to be heavy.
That'll be
heavy West Virginia influence.
That'll be a storyline. Here's a guess ahead, right? Storyline's going to be this. Game will be going on, and in the background, people are going to be, "Let's go, Mountaineers." And the announcers
Will be stunned.
They'll be stunned, and they'll be going, "Whoa, hey, we've been doing this tournament now, Bobby, for 5 years, and we've never seen a fan base like this
It's a
tournament."
great call.
People will be up there with their signs, "Hey, I love
great
Nate's
call.
new hair, da-da-da-da-da." And they'll be, "Let's go, Mountaineers." And then if you are able to get the result needed, then we'll hear Country Roads, and they'll be signing off the broadcast going, "And in the background, there they're singing Country Roads here in Richmond. Mountaineers have taken over Richmond. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody." Exactly. That's what it's going to be. I can just tell you what it is.
That's exactly right.
Everyone loves Mountaineers. You can meet your new BFF at Wheeling Islands Greyhound Adoption Agency, open every Friday through Sunday from noon until 1:30. To apply for adoption or schedule an appointment outside of operating hours, here's a call, 304-231-1899, 304-231-1899. Enjoy the day at the races every Friday. Dollar Racing Days on Fridays at Wheeling Island Hotel, Casino, and Racetrack. Post time 1 and $1 Friday specials include select draft beer, pretzels, popcorn, and hot dogs. All the food that Nate's going to eat after he gets done playing in the TBT. But he's in true training shape right now. But check it out. Speaking of those Greyhound dogs, a buddy of mine spent the weekend with 2 dogs, Greyhounds, that used to race. He said, most unbelievable pets.
You mean someone had them and he visited?
Yeah, his cousins have them.
Yeah.
They have 2. In fact, they used to live in Logan. Now they're up. And he said they were the most unbelievable dogs, just gentle, totally chilled out.
Do you have to get out and run them a little bit?
And they don't have to go. They like to walk, but they're not a dog that has to go like, hey man, it's 8:15. I gotta go 4 miles. No, they're not like that. Like people have, kind of like Nate. He just go just at his pace. Yeah, I'm good to go. What do you want to walk a mile? I'm good. So great dogs. You can check it out at the Wheeling Island Greyhound Adoption Agency. Okay, so do you want to brag about the 29 you had across the street at Morgantown High in the alumni game? Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, that became a national story, didn't it, Senator?
It was huge.
It was on the Metro News webpage. Like,
oh, man.
Nathan Adrian scores 29. He returns to Morgantown High. That was pretty good, huh? We're just happy because Brad and I thought you were done. I mean, we'd look at each other in the winter when you'd walk out of the studio and we'd say, "Jeez, what a shame."
You could see it coming back,
What a shame. The shell of what he used to be.
Yeah, but you could see it coming back when he was trying to sneak over there to practice and get involved in practice. Like, you could see it inching back into wanting to play a little bit.
Yeah. I think so, too. It was good. All right, so here's the deal. Last round for you. The new guys. You're around there a little bit. Come on, give me a little
bit.
You're talking to people, and the talk inside the hallways is the greatest talk because the people that have the insight know. What's the but? Let's just talk chemistry. Last year, it was a nuclear explosion. Mm-hmm. Horrific. Worst ever.
No.
Borderline. Oh, from the when you were young?
13
was pretty
13,
bad.
yeah, 13 was bad. Yeah, I don't know. Close. All right, yeah, I'm with you. All right, you say 13 was worse?
I do.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe recent memory just makes this one stick out. But anyway, what are you hearing? What are you getting? You're talking with Sean, the strength and conditioning coach. You're talking to other people around there. What do we got?
I mean, they're definitely working harder. I can tell you that much. Putting a lot more effort in. Guys are coming to the gym more. I think the new guys are being surrounded by guys that want to be there and want to work out, so they're gonna build off that kind of mentality, which is kind of what got away from last year. So I think it'll be different. I don't know how much different, but only time will tell that.
All right,
we'll see how it translates.
You gave us only time will tell. You've never shied away from naming names, so we're gonna name a name. But this is positive. Okay. But name a name. It's just us here. Nobody's listening to this one. Name a name. The one guy. Returner, new guy, whomever. The one guy, when you're over there, you see it, you talk, who's the guy that everybody says, I'll tell you what, who you should see. He really looks good. Who's made the biggest jump?
I don't know.
There's one guy. Who's being talked about? Who's being talked about?
There's
always one guy that's being talked about. Who is the one guy that's being? There's every offseason. There's one guy that's talked about. Hey, have you seen?
I don't think anyone wants to talk about it this year.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Everybody thought we were going to be good last year. Everybody was going into it thinking.
I'm not saying you have to say he's an All-American. Who's
no,
who's step one? There's one guy that's being talked about. Give it up.
There's not. I mean, if anybody, it's Oscar, but you don't know anything just because Oscar's been all we've talked about since we lost our 24 games last year.
What about McCabe?
George Jordan. He's solid. He's in there every day. He's working out. And he's going to be good.
What about Emmett Matthews?
Yeah, what about Emmett Matthews?
Hopefully he can learn how to make a shot.
Ooh.
I mean, he can shoot.
That was a direct shot on him.
I guard him. I tell him he can't shoot.
I asked the question wrong. I gave him a chance to be positive and blow somebody. I should have asked the negative question because then he just wants to be negative.
Well,
I don't want to be negative.
He just wants to hammer people. I tried to give him an opportunity.
There's
nobody that's been any good.
I haven't been there.
Well, why do we have him on here? I thought he was coming on for some inside scoop.
Give me till next week. Let me practice once at least.
Listen.
I've been doing my own thing. I go in the morning, work out for everyone else, and I go home and
by yourself?
Take a nap.
You work out by yourself? Oh, you and Deshaun?
Me. Deshaun's been there recently.
Okay,
Alex Ruoff. Jordan's in there sometimes with this old Jimmy Longstocking. James Long.
James Long, yeah, absolutely. I was on my vacation. I was in Ireland, and I was walking down the street, and there's a big seafood restaurant, and the name of it was just huge. I'm like, James Long. That's all it said. Didn't say like seafood or anything. Just said James Long. So I took a picture of it and sent it to him. Said, here you go, man. Dingle, Ireland, if you'd like to go see that. James Long. But like when you talk with James isn't giving you a little bit of a. I'm hearing good things about McBride. Deuce?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Guard. We'll see how it translates.
Guys.
This is the trend.
Next week, it's going to be one guy before the game. I'm just doing it myself. I'll just handle it.
Okay, so you're going open gym today, and you know what? We might just bring you back. So what is it? The 9th? So you guys have what? 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Before you play. What's your practice schedule going to be?
Today, then we got exhibition Thursday, Saturday, and I don't know after that.
You guys better practice. Don't blow this, dude. If you guys lose, let me just tell you something.
What?
If you do lose the first game, like, you need to go away 7 to 8 months in a different place. Don't come back here.
That's fair.
When you agree, Senator?
That's fair.
I mean, when you agree, just like don't.
Well, don't chuck up the first one, yeah, because I want to see that second game. I want to see the Overseas Elite game. 4-time defending champion against this roster. I want to see that.
I can't wait. This is really going to be fun. But again, here's my concern. I'm saying this now before it happens so that people can't come, oh yeah, 2020 hindsight. I'm worried about too many chefs in the kitchen, right? And I think you got to have Tariq Phillip. That's what I'm saying.
That's a very valid.
You got to have
concern.
Tariq Phillip to do what? Win the first game, win the second game, what?
To have success in this tournament.
Well, what's success? Define.
Oh, I want to get past the second game. Let's go. Yeah. I want to get back there. Okay. That's what we're going to do. I'm just,
Okay.
don't you want to win? I mean, you're an
Aren't
NBA.
you usually the negative one there, Brad?
Well, I know, but I can adapt. Whatever offense you want to run. I see how you
positive
guys,
today.
he's over here just in fetal position, worried about losing the first game. He keeps bringing it up. You won't give me any answers. I got to try and do something here.
I'll give you an answer right now.
Yes, I'd rather Tariq play.
I'll give you an
He's
answer.
an NBA guy. I'd rather him be on the roster for this.
Let me give you an answer. You want an answer? I'll give you an answer. Do you realize that businesses waste so much stinking money when it comes to ink and copier supplies? We've got ourselves a solution. Comax Business Systems is your full-service Konica Minolta dealer. If you're paying too much, think you're paying too much, they can fix it for you. Monthly ink and copier supplies, they can figure it out and discuss how Comax can manage your print systems and be able to save your business money. Don't be peeing away money. Go to Comax Business Systems at comaxwv.com. Episode,
Did you ad-lib that, or is that really in the script?
about the P?
Yeah.
I stuck that in there. I just think it gives a better visual thing. Like, don't pee away money. You're going to spend, right? You know me. My whole thing is this. Save money wherever you possibly can save money, except what?
Air conditioners.
Nope. Thank you. Food. You never save money on food. You eat great
Travel
food.
too. For you.
Travel. No, yeah. Food more so than anything. You save money everywhere else. I want to save money on travel. I'm going to try to get the best possible thing without having to pay a ton of money. But food, you buy the best. But copier supplies, monthly printing.
Why would you waste the money?
Why would you waste the money? You
No, I
don't
was
need
going
to.
to compliment you. I thought it was an excellent live read, so I didn't know where to give the credit to the script writer or you, but excellent live read.
I think script writers.
If you missed it, I'd go back and listen to the read. It was so good.
Script writers have probably have a hard time writing the word peeing money away. Hey, listen, this was 123, and I'm just going to tell you something. Something about our next episode, 124. What do you want to say about 124? We already taped it. What do you want to say about it, Senator?
I think people will want to hear it.
Do you think it'll be the biggest one we've ever done?
See how it translates, but yeah, it's got a shot.
I'm going on record. It'll be the biggest show we've ever done.
McCabe's still rolling numbers, though.
McCabe is currently in the clubhouse.
Got that cult following.
Oh, he's got a cult following. He's got like 5 million people in other countries that follow him.
McCabe has turned into the guy in ratings weeks, sweeps weeks that used to be known in the TV world. You just got to bring him back when you need a pop.
What's funny is
But 124 will get it. 124 will give him a run.
124 is going to be the biggest podcast we've ever done. But McCabe is funny because even the older guys, like when we had Kevin Jones and Flowers in here, they like McCabe, man, like that dude's an entrepreneur. McCabe's got his own YouTube channel. Like McCabe's reaching out. Like by the time McCabe's a senior, like I think he travels to the Mountaineer games in his own plane. I think that's what it's
with
like.
A hologram next to him.
Like him and Eminem, they're just going like to Mountaineer games. They Landon and Ames. Like here, Eminem with McCabe, Landon. We're getting ready for my game. All right. Thanks, Nathan. We appreciate it. Have good practices, and we look forward to future updates with you.
Do what we can.
Nathan Adrian, yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's bubbly, and he's personable, and he's our buddy. Episode 123 is out. Special thanks to our sponsors, Comax Business Systems, Wheeling Island, and Mardi Gras Casino, and by DonateLife.com. wv.org. We're out. Be good. See y'all.